A king once forcibly married off his daughter to a pig and even made her live a pig's life. Actually, the king had 3 extremely beautiful daughters. One day he decided to go to the market and asked his daughters what gifts they wanted. The eldest daughter said she wanted a golden dress. The second asked for a silver dress, but the third daughter said, "I don't want any of that. I want a talking grape, a smiling apple, and a peach that sounds like a bell." These items were impossible to find in the market, but being crazy about his youngest daughter, the king said, "I'll try." He went to the market and bought dresses for the older 2 daughters. But when it came to the third daughter's request, he asked every vendor, but no one had ever seen such magical items. The king became upset that he couldn't fulfill the wish of his most beloved daughter. Just then, a loud noise came from his chariot. The wheel had gotten stuck in a deep hole and wouldn't budge. News of this spread to nearby villages. People, men, women, and children came to help, but the chariot wouldn't move. Suddenly, a white pig appeared and said, "I can help you, but in return I want to marry your third daughter." Without thinking, the king shook his hand and agreed. The pig used its snout to adjust the wheel and gave it a jerk, freeing the chariot. Not only that, the chariot flew all the way back to the palace. The king gave the golden and silver dresses to his elder daughters and, with regret, told the youngest that he couldn't get her what she wanted. Just then, there was a loud knock outside. When the king looked out the window, he saw the same white pig had arrived with a cart, saying, "I've come to take the princess." The king had never planned to keep his promise, so he dressed a maid in royal clothes and sent her instead. But the pig was clever. It recognized immediately that she wasn't the real princess. Now the king began to regret his decision. When the third princess found out, she started crying loudly. The king hatched another plan. He dressed his daughter in dirty, torn clothes, hoping the pig would lose interest. But as soon as the pig saw her, he rejoiced with happiness, placed her on the cart, and took her to his home. Along the way, he kept saying, "I will make you very happy." But the princess just kept crying. The pig's home was a filthy pigsty. He made her sit on a pile of dirty straw and grass and said, "This is your new home." Hearing this, the princess became even more depressed. He gave her a dry corn roti to eat. She ate it somehow and cried herself to sleep. But when she woke up the next morning, she found herself on a silky bed. She couldn't believe her eyes. The dirty pigsty had transformed into a magnificent palace. Before she could make sense of it, a group of maids came in and started cleaning her up, dressing her like a real princess. Soon she was taken to the royal dining hall, where a very handsome man was waiting. He said, "All of this is yours now, and if you want, I can be yours too." The princess was shocked. "Who is this man?" Instead of answering, he took her to a garden and showed her the talking grape, the smiling apple, and the peach that sounded like a bell. The princess was astonished. Then the young man revealed everything. He was actually a king who had been cursed by a sorceress and turned into a pig, but the sorceress had said the curse would break if he could acquire those 3 magical fruits. Now, with the curse broken, he celebrated a grand wedding with the princess, and they lived happily ever after.